Hey guys, Steve Hart here. I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to set up your online giving using the city. I know that we briefly discussed this in our Connect class, but I wanted to use a video here just in case any of you were interested in doing that as you are moving forward to becoming members. So as you log on to the city, this is the page that you'll usually see, your news page, which will give you any updates or information on any groups that you are currently a part of. But what we want to talk about today is the online giving. So if you look at the menus that are over here to the left, you want to go down and select this giving menu. And as soon as you select that, it will set you up with the page that will allow you to make a donation. So the first thing that you want to do is select a fund that you want to donate to. Now, if we have things that are coming up, like you can see here, Base Camp Children's Retreat, with this, if you're setting up or signing any of your kids up for Base Camp, you can actually pay for Base Camp right here online. But generally speaking, you'll either be giving to the building fund or the general fund. Now, I know Dan briefly went over this a few Sundays ago, but just to give you an idea of what each fund is used for, the building fund money that is donated is used strictly for the construction of our building that we are putting up right next to Westtown movie theaters. So anything that has to do with constructions or surveys or engineering of that building, that all comes out of the building fund. The general fund is the fund that supports everything else. So the money that we use as a means of outreach comes out of the general fund. The money that we use to support missionaries comes out of the general fund. The money that we use to pay the rent to meet at Appoquinimink High School every Sunday, that comes out of the general fund. So everything that operates the church outside of the actual construction of the building comes out of the general fund. And we can't take any money out of the building fund to support the general fund. It is all strictly giving to the building fund itself. So today we're going to set up a general fund donation. So you would just select general fund, and then whatever amount you want to donate, whether one time or to set up a scheduled donation, which we'll go over in a minute. So for this example, let's just say we want to give $100 to the general fund. And maybe that's all that you want to do. And if that is, you would not select this add split. You would go down here to frequency and continue. But some people want to just give to the general fund and to the building fund all in one transaction. So the city actually makes that very easy for you. You can select your general fund here and the amount, and then the building fund here. And for this example, let's say we also wanted to give $25 to the building fund. So once your funds and amounts are set up, you come down here to frequency. Now, if this was a one-time gift where you were just able to give this amount one time, you would leave this at one time. It would come out today. You would collect next, click next, and then would be able to proceed. But what we want to take a look at here is there are other options for frequency. So maybe you've done your budget and you know that you can afford to sacrificially give to the church once a week in this amount, then you would set up once a week. Or maybe this is something you want to set up to give every 2 weeks, once a month or twice a month. Whatever you select here, it will automatically come out of your account in that frequency, so you won't even have to come back in and worry about it. So let's set up a frequency for once a week. So you select once a week, you can select the day here, so we'll keep this as on Thursday. So once a week on Thursday, starting today, this amount of money will come out of the account and go towards the church. And if you leave this at until I cancel, you're basically saying that, hey, the city, you are free to withdraw this amount of money as a donation to the church out of my account until I come back in the city and tell you to do something different. However, if you know that this only works for your budget for a certain amount of time, you can also select an end date. So let's say that you knew that you were going to be able to make this work within your budget for a month, then you could select April 9th or something. Or you can do a number of times. So if you knew you wanted to give this amount maybe 10 total times, then you would select 10 times here. And this will tell you it's going to occur every week on Thursdays beginning March 9th and ending after 10 occurrences. So once you have the fund and the amount that you're giving to set up here and the frequency set up here, go ahead and click the next button. All right, when you get to this page, you are going to see payment method. Now, if this is your first time setting up online giving, you're going to have to create a new payment method. As you can see, I have two here, Steve's ACH and Steve's Visa. The reason that is I originally set up my Visa, my credit card account, because I had my credit card in front of me and it seemed pretty easy to do. I later went in and added my ACH account, which is simply my checking account. And I want to encourage each of you to please try to set up, if it's possible, if it works within your family dynamic and your budget, please try to set up a checking account with the city whenever you're setting up your online donations. The reason is the church actually gets charged an amount per credit card transaction that will come out of your donation that we ultimately have to pay towards the company that processes the credit cards. That amount is much less for people who just set up their checking account. So let's do a new payment method. Now, the first thing you're going to do is set up a nickname for your account. So you can see mine were called Steve's Visa and Steve's ACH. For today's example, let's set up Tom's checking account. So with with Tom's checking account, we are going to select checking. So again, I want you to try to stay away from selecting credit or debit unless it's absolutely necessary, and just go ahead and select checking. Once you've selected checking, it will ask you for your account number, which you can take directly off of any one of your checks, and routing number. This is your bank's routing number, which again is located at the bottom of one of your checks. So you put that information in, and then you make sure your billing information is correct, your email information is correct. Select here to verify that you are not a robot. Click Next. Once you've set that up, you will then have an existing payment method. So you would be able to select your existing payment method, which we're going to select ACH, and then go on to the next page. All right, the next page, or the next screen here, is just going to be a summary of what you're set up. So you haven't actually given until you click this Make a Donation button down here. So the step 3 is important. It'll tell you you're giving a total of $125. That is coming out of this bank account. It is giving $100 to the general fund, $25 to the building fund. Make sure your billing information is correct, and then you would click Make Donation, and that gets sent to the church, and we're very thankful for that. While I'm at this page, I just want to briefly discuss another tab up here. See this tab says My Giving? I can't actually select that tab because you would see my personal giving statement, but what the My Giving tab allows you to do is to see how much you've given over any period of time. So most people access the My Giving tab right around tax time because they want to have a giving statement printed for tax purposes. Well, with the city, you don't have to contact me, or you don't have to contact Scott Winchester if you want your giving statement. You just click this My Giving tab, and then it'll allow you to select the date range that you want to know for your giving, and then you can print out the statement yourself. So it's very convenient and it's very simple. And then also, if at any point you want to say, well, how much have I given this year? You just go to My Giving tab, and all that information is available for you. So I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any further questions, and I would love to talk to you. Other than that, I hope you're having a great day, and God bless.